Jacob, thanks. Public flights on the B-17 vintage aircraft out at Barnes Airport began today, with 2 this morning and then 5 scheduled for tomorrow.
This event comes a week after the same type of plane crashed at Bradley Airport, killing 7 people. 50 passengers are signed up to fly throughout the weekend on the aluminum overcast.
And Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo spoke exclusively with the first paying passengers to ride following the tragedy. She joins us now live from Westfield with more. Audrey?
The passengers I spoke with on both flights say that they were in full acknowledgement of the tragedy that happened at Bradley last week. I spoke with them as they were stepping off of the aluminum overcast here at Barnes, but they also told me that they were grateful for what they're calling a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Emergency exits.
Even before stepping out on the tarmac, the B-17 passengers got a briefing on what to expect before boarding aluminum overcast.
Letting us know that there's extra inspections performed, and that this particular plane has additional engine sensors.
After 20 minutes in the windy Westfield air,
I was kind of in the back section, and the tail section gets blown around a little bit, so we got shook up a little bit.
The plane, owned by the Experimental Aircraft Association, made a safe landing after 2 trips. Though the B-17 crash at Bradley weighed on some passengers.
It's always in the back of your mind, very, very tragic a week and a half ago.
Most were undeterred.
I had no qualms about flying today.
Her father flew in World War II in the B-17s.
For Diane Duane and her son Chris,
it was a gift from my son.
The ride was a connection with the family's late patriarch.
We'd seen one on the ground with him once, before he had passed.
The chance to fill in gaps between what the veteran didn't share about his time in the air.
We didn't hear as much as I would have liked to ask him if I could ask him today.
With tangible proof of his bravery.
Oxygen mask, flak, just the distance they were in for so long, it really did bring it home.
Again, most of the passengers I spoke with today did reiterate that sentiment you just heard, the importance of education through actually physically flying in these vintage planes. Now, coming up on Western Mass News at 6, we'll have more on the FAA standards from which these vintage aircraft are exempt. It's an exemption status that the Collings Foundation, who organized the doomed flight of the 909 last week, are trying to renew for their other vintage aircraft. Reporting live from Westfield, Audrey Russo for Western Mass News.